Hi guys, back in the studio again today. We're doing a Kingfisher with soft pastels. We're using Unison pastels, we're using Canson's My Tints, My Toons, Mine Taints, Minty Taint Tunks, Minty Paints, however you say that name of that paper. Let's see how it goes. As you can see, I've already sketched the Kingfisher onto the paper. Didn't want to bore you with that too much detail, so I thought I'd just get on with it. Here I'm using the side of the pastel to lay in the background, being careful not to go in too hard too quick because you just fill up the tooth of the paper. For blending in the background, I've got a makeup applicator, just a standard one, £1 for a whole packet of them from cheap shops, get them anywhere. Nice soft ones. I use them for my charcoal and my pastels, and it's a nice way to blend without putting oil from your fingertips onto the paper. I'm now putting in some local colour of the bird, still using the edge of the pastel. These blues are absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm using the makeup applicator to blend in the underpainting. Now I'm establishing the bubbles. Looking at the bubbles is like looking at an abstract piece of art in its own right. The trick here is not to try to copy exactly what you see in the reference, but to get an essence of what's there. You can get lost so easily doing these. Here I wondered whether the sponge would help me with the bubbles by putting it on and dabbing it and twisting it. See what would turn out. re-establishing the background, as I will be doing all the way through this painting. The paper is so nice to work on and will take a lot of layers, as it's got a slightly sanded texture to it. You just have to remember not to lay it on too thick straight from the start, because it will get clogged up. Here I'm establishing the third layer on the wing, then blending it in so I can go over again a little bit later. You may notice down on the bottom right hand side there's a couple of light patches. I've been dipping my sponge into that to establish some of the bubbles, just to see how that works to paint with it. It's working out okay, I think. that's going to be it for today. Light's changing, so I'll carry on tomorrow around about the same time. Really pleased with the way the bubbles are going with that sponge. Really pleased with that. Tomorrow I'll be putting in the detail, so hopefully that will start popping out of the page. Let's continue. Okay, it's the next day, time for part 2. I'll be doing this on my lap as it's the detail part of it. One correction from yesterday, I did say that I was using Canson paper for the picture, but it wasn't. That was my previous painting that I did of the coffee pot. I am using Clairefontaine paper on this, so apologies. I've left the Canson paper a little bit in the video because it just humoured me, so apologies. This is actually Clairefontaine pastelmat paper, just to make things clear. Anyway, let's get on with doing the picture, shall we? Here's my little studio buddy. Pops in every now and again. He's been in quite a few of my videos now. Tabacus Sprout, my little mate. I've called in help with the old pastel pencils now. I'm doing a bit of detail. I use a combination of Derwent and Carbothello pencils. They're both nice to use. Some colours have a little bit of grit in, some don't, so you just have to find a good combination. You can just go on forever doing these bubbles. It's hard not to get caught up in them. At this sort of stage it's important not to smudge the painting, so a maul stick like I'm using here, or something similar, piece of stick, anything really, helps keep the side of your hand off the surface of the painting and smudging it all. an enjoyable afternoon. I didn't record all of the bubbles because that would have just been too long already, but see what it's like with the tape off, because we always know that the reveal is always quite nice. So yeah, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I don't think it turned out too bad. Hope you enjoyed that video. Just got to see what it looks like in the frame now. See you again soon. Bye bye.